Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is Season 4, Episode 13 of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Very quickly, there was a lot of... This episode actually had a lot of setup to things that I guess are basically going to happen next season. I mean, not next season, I'm sorry, next week. So, I should be able to blow through this real quickly. It wasn't all that eventful. Start off with Kalina and Tammy, right where we had actually left off. They was having that whole little thing, and they're going back and forth. I had said about that damn Kalina and her damn one-liners. She was just cussing Tammy out, and I'm like, it really was crazy. She ended up saying that Tammy and Miss Deb could kiss her fucking pussy. And I'm like, oh, jeez, Kalina. My goodness. But, Rashida ended up going outside with Tammy. And they're going back and forth, and she's basically... Tammy's telling Rashida, Kalina had talked about her. She's steadily buying all in. Kalina's inside wondering why Rashida hasn't come in to see about her. So she's feeling kind of jolted. Kalina also said, how the hell did Tammy know about her finances? The only person that knew that could have said that, the things that Tammy was saying to her, was Rashida. So I was like, oh, this is getting real messy. Later on in the program, Rashida sat down with Kalina, and they had this whole thing. It was a mess. Basically, how it all panned out. They all have talked about each other like bitches do. You know, she done talked about Kalina to Tammy and whoever else she wanted to tell business to. But the thing was, okay, so they got through the whole point of they both have been saying things about each other that they should have been saying. Cool. They were there. You know, they're eye to eye on that. But what the fuck makes Rashida think she's so special that Kalina wasn't supposed to say nothing about her? You shouldn't have said nothing about me. You already stated that you were guilty of telling the girl's business, and she was guilty of saying different things about you. But what makes you so special that she can't say something about you? Now, see, this is what I'm saying. Rashida, you're not looking too good to me now. You talking crazy. You talking real crazy. Like, I just didn't get it. I was like, is she hearing herself? But anyway, and she's sitting there. She really thought she was taking that boss chick thing. She gonna say to Kalina, well, why are you crying? Because she just dismissed Kalina like, well, fuck it. You know, because the friendship didn't mean nothing to her anyway. And that's all it was. And Kalina was like, I'm crying because I really want to bust you in your fucking head right now. And she's like, oh, really? Do you this, that, the other? And she ended up leaving, told her to kiss her ass and all that. But what I did notice, Rashida was supposed to be a bad bitch. She ain't jumping Kalina. You did not jump up at Kalina the way you did at K. Michelle. You didn't jump up at Kalina. Who she jump at last? How she was jumping in Ashley's face. She kept that shit cute. Because she knew Kalina will stomp her motherfucking soul in. I said, a mess. A whole hot mess. Then later on in the program, Kalina meets up with Cardi Red and Jocelyn. There's a whole thing there where they were actually talking, going back and forth, catching up. And Kalina was like, I just need to stay out of the mess. Shit just ain't going right, this, that, thing, and the other. We moved from there, and I'm going to go back to that when I get to that. But we moved from there. Tony and Kalina end up having a conversation, and then Tony tells her something about he thinks she has postpartum depression and all that. And I was like, really, Mona? So, for the season, here we go. This is Mona's ode to being responsible. So she's bringing up the situation of postpartum depression. I hope y'all caught that. Go and research it. Black women are suffering from postpartum. It's not one of the things that in the black community that we like to admit. that our women actually do suffer with postpartum depression. So there you go. There is your public service announcement from Mona Scott Young. Bullshit. So from there, we don't really need to see no more Kalina and Tony. Done. Okay. Moving the fuck on. Stevie and Mimi get together. They're walking, like couples do. And they're talking about his move to L.A., him working with Tiffany Fox, and also he has some plans for Margot and Nico. And we went on through that. So more setups. I told you this whole episode was basically setups for messy. And you see that everybody on this show is messy as hell. After that, we see Cena and Carly get together. They're plotting on KD. So they're getting something together with that. So two of Jock's old bitches plotting to get KD. Let's see, what next? Moved on from that. Scrappy gets with Stevie. Scrappy and Stevie are meeting like two bitches and plotting on Nico. See? Just a whole... This was a filler episode. Get all the shit together so we can have three more episodes, I guess. Then Tammy meets with Bambi. Tammy gets to telling Bambi about what happened with her and Kalina, this, that thing, and the other. Bambi basically lets Tammy know she about ready to roll on Scrappy. About time. This whole Tammy thing. I like Tammy a little bit. But I ain't liking the light that she's sitting in right now. She's being a messy bitch. She's being a messy bitch. And she's going to keep on playing. And if they don't hurry up and get Kalina into whatever rehab and take her off the program, she's going to fuck Tammy up. So, just so y'all know. But I don't like what Tammy's giving. Tammy needs to sit her motherfucking ass down somewhere. She's doing the most. Okay, so here I told you I would get back to the whole thing, the whole meeting with Carly, Kalina, and Jocelyn. In that meeting, we found out, naturally, about the setup for KD. We found out about Jocelyn's going to move to L.A. She's telling them about that, the movie deal and all that. And the biggest thing was that motherfucking Grandma Carly has done set her hooks and fangs into Life Jennings. Now, somebody got to get out here, honey, as an advocate and save the boys from Grandma Carly. Because this bitch is running around sucking the life out of all the children, honey. And I know what I know of Life Jennings, he not going to do real well with Carly. He not going to fool with Carly. And I said that right when she mentioned his name. Girl, Life Jennings ain't gonna fuck with you, bitch. He is too talented and too grounded to be fooling with you. Sure enough, after the little situation at her event, because we get into that, there's gonna be some shit with Life letting Carly have it next week, because she's a messy fucking bitch. But again, too young to be dealing with Carly Red's old ass. Somebody needs to get her geriatric pussy need to be stopped. It really does. She's a hot mess, honey. She is too much, but they're giving them all the boys worms, honey. Anyway, so okay, so one of the setups we did get to see come to fruition on this program, which was Stevie J's whole thing. There's a magazine shoot. Margot had gotten a call for a magazine shoot. She comes to do the magazine shoot. She does not know. Stevie J owns the magazine. Nico is actually there. They both end up giving this. Got him. Okay, so that worked. Yeah, Stevie, that was real bitchy. And I'm sure you had 10 other things better to do. Go sit down. So, him and Frico had the little situation and all that. And that's what he said. I make him pay. He like playing with other people's women. I'm going to play with his. I'm going to go make this bread up off of him and his wife. Okay, you got your revenge. Patty, but you got your revenge. Alright, so fuck all that. Mission accomplished. last thing. Carly's little event. Carly adds KD to a party for Empire Records, partnering with Carly Red Management. But she left off the Carly Red part. So here we got KD at the function in this cute little outfit, and she thought she was looking real good and all that, but she walked right in, and she right away, immediately, she picked up on what the whole shit was with the Cena and the Carly, and it didn't even move her. She went right into acting just as ratchet. She stepped out of her shoes and literally got the cussing them bitches out. Cussing them right the fuck out, okay? Going on, and in the midst of that, Cena says something about fake pregnancy, something or other, you know, all of that had to have come from Jock and his motherfucking mouth. So KD had already said, okay, well, so that bitch is waging war. They really should have let the sleeping bear lie, because now she says she's going to go and motherfucking let Jock have it. But before she go, she kicked them damn shoes off and told Cena, I'll fuck you up. Cena wasn't doing all that popping off like she usually does when Jock's around to stop KD, because KD was by herself. They got her by herself. They didn't want it. They didn't want it because she told them, I'll fuck y'all up. And them bitches was standing there and they wasn't trying to get at her. And then when the security stepped in, because she had already took and pushed Cena, had done mushed her and pushed her and carried on. But Cena, you hate her so much, I could have swore that should have been the beginning of the fight. But Cena didn't want no work. And then as the security came in, Carly threw a drink on her. And the last thing we see is her trying to get at Carly's motherfucking ass. And Carly already know. If she get a hold of her again, she's going to shake her like a rag doll like she did the last time. So that's where it ended. So we're going to see some more stuff next week. So it was cool. Like I said, this was a filler episode to get you ready for the next 3 episodes. So it wasn't boring. It just was, it was what it was. So that is it. Thumbs up, thumbs down. You guys know how that works. I will see you guys next Monday for some more of our Mona Scott Young monkey bullshit. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.